you can hear them. Oh, I see two. I got two. I got two more. So we have a total, oh, five. Look right there, all three of them. You got another one here, another one here, and another one there. Welcome to Ranch Simulator with King Drama. Today I'm going to show you everything you need to know about bees, where to get them, and how to maintain them, and how to make more off your bees than you would in oil a day. So we're just going to jump right into it. We are at the hardware store, and the first thing we're going to go over is what you need for catching the bees. This will be your bee smoker. Without this, they will not let you extract them from the hive. And you're going to need beehives to take the bees off the tree. Now remember the barrel, we'll go over that later. This is where you actually store your honey when you extract the hives from the bee extractor, which you need to build. Go over that later. Okay, now I'm going to show you my setup. Okay, painting your vehicle is optional. This is the vehicle I like to use. You can use any vehicle. I just like not just more open. Carry a ice chest with you because you will run into a bear, cougar, or coyote. Uh, I mainly run into bears. If you're going to spend the day looking for hives, have an extra gas canister, have a bed in case you get caught out at night. That's optional. Beehives. You want to at least carry enough for a full hive. Right now I have 7. If you're just strictly going to look for bees off of this method, I would carry at least 15. You can probably walk away with 3 hives. That's what we're going to try to do today. And of course, a smoker. There is a, oh, I didn't need to pick that up then. Turn on switch, and you have smoke. I usually just leave it on, plus a cool effect on your vehicle. Okay, that's the first phase of what you need as far as supplies, and it does not cost a lot. So if you're struggling for money, but you have beehives, catch them and just put them on the ground, on a table, wherever, store them. They won't die, but they won't produce honey until you actually have the beehive. So there's nothing stopping you from actually collecting the bees and just stockpiling them until you're ready to build everything you need to do. Okay, now locations. I'm going to give you 4 locations that I like. I guess you can say my hunting grounds. If you can see my cursor, I have the first spot I like is going to be this whole area here. I find bees over here, and I find bees over here. I think we're going to start here, and that's where I'm going to pull off the road. Now, this is very important to help you out. When you pass by a beehive, you will literally hear the bees buzzing. But when you have the bees in the back of your vehicle, you kind of don't listen for them anymore. Um, Beehives only grow on the west side of a tree. So I would say where this whole area here would be the west side. So you always come in from the west and you head east, or you come in from the south, head north, but look to the east as you're driving. The same with the north, down, look to the east. It is very hard to find them coming in from the east. I'm not saying you can, but the difference is you may spend a half a day finding one opposed to 10. So, with that said, we're going to start here, and we will either be doing west or south or north, but we'll never be coming in from the east. The idea is to turn my head and be able to look toward the east. So let's jump over to this spot and we'll get started. All right, here we go. Let's check out the map. You see my location, and there's that dirt road. Now again, all of this in front of me is good. Um, Again, I'm on the west side and I am going to go east. So once you locate a couple hives, your eye will be keen onto it. So you're going to look about where the branches first start coming out of the trees, and you're going to be looking for like a white, looks like a white hornet's nest is actually what it looks like. A little ball, little football. So I'm scanning right now every single tree, and now right now I see a beehive. It's not this tree right in front of me, but the one next. I don't know if you can see it, but just to let you know where I'm keen in on. So I can see these coming from the west. You couldn't see them coming from the east. So I'm going to head straight and you'll be able to see it. Oh, I see two. I got two. I see a third one off to the left. See, now I'm picking them all up right now. Let's look over here. I see none. So you see this tree, this hive is on the west side. I have one here. Now you can hear them. Oh, I see two. I got two. I got two more. So we have a total, oh, five. Look right there, all three of them. You got another one here, another one here, and another one there. Now that's enough to complete one hive. That's why I say if you can, before you can build anything, just collect these bees. Now I'll show you the process of getting the bees off the hive. Oops, not that way, not that way. Let's put that in there, just to get it out of the way. So you're gonna need your hunt or your smoke. So if I turn it off, I'm gonna show you. And if I just grab a hive, now it's gonna tell me, it's gonna give me the I think I'm just parked too close is what I am. Yeah, I'm let me move, let me move, let me move. Hold on, hold on. All right, here we go. Better. So if you walk up to it, you see it says collect bees. Now I don't have the smoke. You just get stung, you cannot collect them. Same with the smoker. If you put the smoker down and do not activate it, that's the reason why. So turn it on. Always load your gun. I think I'm already loaded. And always be aware of your surroundings. I get caught up in the bees. So anyways, here we go. So you're going to walk up and hold to collect bees. All right, now that you have the bees, set them down. Why isn't it sitting down? Now, here you were going to think that, oh, I'll just come back later and grab them, but that's not how it works. This is a dead hive, and you have to destroy the tree. Cut the tree down. I don't know if you have to destroy this. I do. And now the beehive will respawn. So these respawn every couple days. I would come back in this area and check, and not necessarily this spot, but this area. So we're going to let this wind die down. Put our beehive in here. Put our smoke. Don't forget your smoke. And as soon as this dies down, we'll get right back to it. All right, all right. Looks like the storm is going away. So we're going to go to my second spot. But before we do that, I want you to check this patch here. And I think this is a big rock, and I usually find some in this patch here. I would definitely check the patches where they're thick. So right now we're going to head over in this direction here on our way to the next spot, which my second best spot is going to be in this ranch area in these trees up here. But let's hit that. Oops. Let's hit this area up first. Okay, so there you go. You have enough bees here. You have 5 hives. And like, just scan. You right now, see, I'm headed east, so I'll be able to pick up all these trees. You'll find some. We're gonna head over here. Just get a pattern and check. So if you come back and check them hives and they're not there, check the next set of trees over. All right, anyways, we're just gonna find that rock. I see the rock in front of me, in front of them trees. And there's usually one hive for sure next to this. Maybe not. There's a bear. I see a bear. Is that a hive? So I would scan all these trees and all the trees in front. There's a hive. I don't know how I passed that thing, but right here, whoop, I can't stop. Again, there is a hive. Um, Most of the time I find them in clusters, but I do find them individually. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head over this set of trees here at this ranch. It's best for me to probably come in from this direction here, so I'm headed east. All right, I will see you over there. And if you find bears, definitely check in the area. It might be a connection. There's another bear over there. All right, I'll see you there. All right, here we are. Let's check the map. I am now at this dirt road. Let me get rid of that marker. I'm going to head in and try to stay along. There's a cliffside. Or a lot of times I'll split the trees in half and scan one, turn around, come back the other direction and look the other direction and scan the other for more. When I mean scan, whatever amount of trees are in front of me, I'm scanning the whole thing like quick, looking for just that little white blob. All right, let's take a gander at these. Now I haven't found any that trees that are right next to the road. You know, you actually have to get off the road a little bit. Now, right now, I can see one. There's a tree a little bit to my right, way off into the distance, and I see a little white nodule on there. We're gonna head that way. Scan these. You can usually find a lot in this area. All right, none in here, but yeah, that tree in front of me, if you see it, there's a hive on it. Check this tree that stands out all by itself. Maybe a hive on it. Same routine. I'm just going to show you one more time. We take the smoke, we pop the smoke, we take a hive, we walk up. Sometimes I got to stand on this, collect the bees, chop the tree. So remember, collect the bees, chop the trees. Make sure you're not going to get attacked. Like, I just jump out, don't pay attention. You can stack these. Well, that ain't going to stack, but anyways. All right, so we found that. So we're going to scan this whole area as well. So I already got everything to the left of me. So I will be coming. There's a hive right there. We have another hive here. Any more? All right. Again, check the map. You see where I'm at? All right. So now I need to check the back sides of these. That's how I do it. Don't rely on driving up to a tree and listening. That's just a long process. So let's see if there's any more hives around here. I like to stay in a straight line of each other or near each other. Oh, there's another one. So we got one here. That's the one we just found. There's one buried in this tree right here. Oh, I hear another one too. So we got another one here. That would be 3. And here's another one hidden. 4. This one I actually heard. So there's 4. And I'm pretty sure I already checked all that. Yeah, I would check all of these trees and then double check it on your way in or out. There's, I don't know if that one, yeah, I think I already got all of them. All right, well, let's go to, now these are my top spots right here. All them hives, you can still see them. They just stand out. Next spot. Now, them 2 areas I just showed you are my go-to, like for larger amounts, but there's another spot I like, and it's this cluster of trees here. All of these you would check. I haven't found like a full, I don't remember honestly. I know they're here. That's where I would find them. Because I normally would find my full sets down there and then pick up a few elsewhere. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come to this road right here. That's the best place to go. All right. I will see you when I get there. All right, here we go. I was at down to a half a tank. I had to put some more in it. Let's check out where I'm at. This road here. So I like to take this road straight in and scan all the trees from the west, looking to the east again. So let's just split this up. So I'll be looking mainly, oh, let me slow down here. This direction. All right, I already see one real quick. Now I never see any this close to a road, but in front of me, we have a hive. Right? There's a hive. Remember, don't try to grab them. You get stung. Check this whole area. There are some trees down there. I would start here, and then I would like to scan in that direction, possibly for more. You don't find a whole lot in this area, but you will find some, either to top off your hive or to assist with your honey production. All right, we are going to go to the next spot. Let me show you where that's at before it gets late. This area here where I have marked, I like to check some of these trees over here. I don't really do too good in these trees. I would definitely maybe check them. Again, I just like this area, and I didn't do too much over here. I haven't found any, but let's go to my new spot, and I'll see you when we get there. Okay, as you can see the trees in front of me. Let's check the map. You can see my location. Now here, honestly, you see a lot of trees. I haven't found really anything in the clumps other than on the end of this run. And to be honest, I kind of drove through the rest of it fast. But this would be an area to look first. So we'll get over here and then head in. Ooh, thought I seen one and it wasn't. All right, now see, right now I can see all the trees in front of me, and I'm just looking for that little white ball. Just looking for Wilson. Whatever gives me a good advantage here. See nothing there. Let's check this over here. There's one. I found one. On this lonely tree over here. Man, for some reason the lonely trees have hives. It's like, if you find a lonely tree, it's probably got that, you know, a little bit away from each other. There's a hive. Is that another hive in front of me? No, I don't think so. So anyways, yeah, you're gonna find a couple out here or one. You can see my last two spots, they're not like clumped up where I'm constantly seeing them. But there is hive here. I would just drive around and scan all of these trees here. All right, well, that covers it for how to find and my top 4 locations. Now let's go back to the ranch and get into the actual harvesting of the honey, how much you make, what you need, and all that good stuff. So see you at the ranch. Now I will show you how I do things. I haven't got anything painted yet. I accidentally painted that brown. But as you can see here, I have 6 hives, and 5 of them are full at 100%. Here, full, and I only have 2 in here, which right now works out perfect. And of topping off my barrels of honey. My work area here, I also installed lights for working at night. These are your extractors. Your barrels that we showed at the beginning, and these are all my full barrels, full to 7.5 in my honey, and of course I got eggs. So let's break this down. So if you open your book and you come down to this part here, we'll come over. Here is your wooden beehives. You're going to need the wood and 2 pieces of metal per hive. Now the honey extractor is going to need a lot more. You're going to need 20 pieces of metal, 20 pieces of concrete. Now you don't necessarily need 2 extractors. It works out for me. They harvest fast enough, and you can harvest twice a day, twice at night, and produce. I produce more in honey than I do in oil right now, and I have them both going. So let's get started. Once your bees are at 100%, let me get out of that. You're going to take them out, and you're going to load the honey extractor. Maybe. My guy, he just moves around too much. Got one more. Okay, so now once you got it full, you're going to take a barrel. You're going to pop it in, close it, and you're going to let it fill up. So what I do in the meantime, now it's going to stop before I get this filled up, but just to keep the process sped up just a little bit, I'll take my second batch, pop it over. So you can see it's already done. That's how quick it goes. And then I do the same thing. Pop the barrel down and you close and it's on. Now if you notice, you only have 7.0 and you need 7.5. So 7.0, if you sell this, you get $280 a barrel. If you fill it up to 7.5, you're looking at $300 a barrel. All of these are 7.5 and each one of these are worth $300 per barrel. So I'm going to extract these 2 and this one, and then I'll catch up to you on how to completely top off your barrels. Okay, we're on our last full hive. I've already did the others. Put them in, close that. Now, it's okay if it goes on, you just need a barrel in it. So as that's gonna fill up, you can see all my barrels are at 7.0. I have one barrel left. It is time to sell. So where are we at here? 7.0. So I'm gonna leave that on there. I will put all these hives back, and then I'm gonna show you how I top them off. There's two ways you can do it. I'll get into that here in a sec. Two ways, but it's the same method. Okay, so now I have 2 hives. Now for these 5, it works out that I have 2 extras. Now when I find more, of course, the math is going to change on that. So I'll stick my 2 hives in here. I'm going to close it. Now watch that barrel. It's going to go up to 7.5. That one's now 7.5. And that one's going to go 7.5. So now what I basically did, I went from 280 to 300. I basically made an extra $100 just with these 5s. Okay, so for every 5, I made an extra 100 by doing it this way, which adds up. Turn it off. Now you're going to notice I have 23% and I have 2%. We stick these in, and I'll show you the other way. So now if you're faced with just complete hives and they're all at, X amount, your 7.0, all you do is go back to your original first hives. See, they're already at 20%. And then you just start putting in a few of these in until you get the number you need, put your hives back, and then come back later. Not a big deal. So remember, these are $300 a pop full. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. Hope you hit that like, notification bell, subscribe, all that good stuff for me. Helps the channel out, helps us grow. But them are my top 4 places on how to find and locate your beehives. And this is my setup. I will be changing the tables and whatnot. But yeah, there you have it. So until the next adventure, this is King Drama. Bye.